You are watching The Book Club. Every Wednesday, we handpick the best books to improve your life. 15 biographical books everyone should read. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello Aluxers, and welcome to another great video made by our team here at Alux. We really hope you spend every day trying to develop, to be a better version of yourself, and get as much value as possible, because that's how you get ahead in life. There are a few people who did just that, but in an awe-inspiring fashion, and today we're going to give you the books that hold their life stories within just a few hundred pages. There's something fascinating about reading someone's life story, don't you think? All of their mistakes, successes, life lessons, all written down so we can read and learn from them. This is a luxury that became available to everyone only recently. 100 years ago, many people couldn't even read, let alone have the privilege to access any book or information they want. With that said, let's relax and enjoy the 15 biographical books everyone should read. Number 1. The Wright Brothers by David McCullough. You've probably heard of the two guys from a small town in Ohio that opened the doors to a whole new world for us, right? Of course you have. This is a fascinating story about ingenuity, perseverance, and determination, where two brothers managed to create a whole new world against the odds. Orville and Wilbur, two of the most important people of the 20th century, demonstrated great courage by putting their lives on the line to breathe life into their dream of making air travel possible. It's incredible what they achieved with no funding, no press attention, and hardly any support from friends, family, and community members. This underdog story is a must-read for anyone who has a dream they want to make a reality. It's a true tale of timeless importance told with uncommon empathy, and if you'd like to get your hands on it yourself, you can get the audiobook version of this book for free if you go to alux.com/freebook and sign up, thanks to our partnership with Audible. Number 2. Losing My Virginity. How I Survived, Had Fun, and Made a Fortune Doing Business My Way by Richard Branson. The billionaire magnate who created over 400 businesses actually took the time to infuse his outrageous life story into a book. He started his entrepreneurial journey when he was just a kid, and ever since, he's gotten better and better to the point where he's working on sending people to space to promote space tourism. He's laid out in these pages many mistakes he made, opportunities he missed, relationships that didn't work, and many other exploits on his road to becoming the man he is today. Number 3. The Everything Store. Jeff Bezos and the Age of Amazon by Brad Stone. Here we have the story of Jeff Bezos and how he managed to transform his book business, which he started in his garage, into a trillion-dollar behemoth. The book explains how Bezos managed to overcome obstacles and innovate his way to the top, transforming how an entire industry does business along the way. If you're looking to improve yourself or your business, then studying what Jeff has accomplished in the last 25 years might be a great place to start. Number 4. Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson. The title of this book is pretty self-explanatory. It's all about Steve Jobs. This is a pretty comprehensive biography on Jobs, but nothing short of amazing. Isaacson's unprecedented access behind the scenes of Steve's life allowed him to write a biographical masterpiece. At a time when the world is seeking progress, Steve Jobs stands alone as an icon of ingenuity and imagination. This book offers a tale filled with lessons about innovation, character, leadership, and values, all of which Steve acquired throughout his life. Number 5. Elon Musk. A book by Ashley Vance. If you've been with us for a while now, you know that Elon Musk is one of our personal heroes, and the author does such a great job of detailing his quest for a fantastic future that we had to include the book in this list. Ashley Vance brilliantly captures the full spectacle of Elon's life and work, from his upbringing in South Africa to his technological innovations and entrepreneurial endeavors. He describes him as the Edison or Iron Man of our time. Now that's a remarkable statement. Number 6. The Autobiography of Benjamin Franklin by Benjamin Franklin. This is one of those life stories that will keep you glued to the pages, wanting to find out more. His life journey is pretty amazing, but unfortunately his memoirs are unfinished due to his death in 1790. It was initially written as a guide for his son, but turned later into an autobiography of his life journey, and we're happy it was. Now everyone has the chance to learn from such a worldly titan. Number 7. Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela. This book describes the compelling story of one of the greatest moral and political leaders of our era, Nelson Mandela. A Long Walk to Freedom is a timeless memoir which brilliantly recreates all the dramatic experiences that helped to shape Mandela's destiny. If you're looking for a true story where the oppressed triumph over evil, then you've found it. Number 8. The Autobiography of Malcolm X by Malcolm X. Much like the previous biography, the story of Malcolm X is one filled with hardships, struggle, and a life of passion. After society destroyed his family, he fell into despair and turned to a life of drug addiction and armed violence. But he turned all of that around, proving that one idea can change your life. The strength of his words and the power of his ideas are still resonating today, more than 50 years after they initially appeared in 1965. Number 9. Titan: The Life of John D. Rockefeller Sr. by Ron Chernow. This is a fantastic biography, unbiased, revelatory, and elegantly written. Rockefeller was the richest man in modern history and an icon of American history. You would think that a biography about J.D. Rockefeller would be packed with things about strategy, business, and money, but that's not the case. Titan: The Life of John D. Rockefeller has a lot of life lessons infused inside of its pages, lessons that he acquired in his lengthy career. The book presents a finely nuanced image of a fascinating, eccentric man exploring his public and private lives with all the beautiful and ugly details like never before. Number 10. Alibaba: The House That Jack Ma Built by Duncan Clark. This author gives us unprecedented access to one of the greatest businessmen of our time, Jack Ma, and how he built one of the world's largest companies. There are many lessons to learn from Jack's story, from how he started out, the challenges that didn't discourage him, to building his company to the global giant it is today. This is a story of an underdog who stepped into the ring with giants and came out on top using only his wit, charisma, vision, and ambition. And if you want to learn some more about Jack Ma, we recommend you watch our video 15 Things You Didn't Know About Jack Ma by clicking in the top right corner. Number 11. Shoe Dog: A Memoir by the creator of Nike, Phil Knight. This instant bestseller offers us a rare and revealing look at the life of the man behind the king of shoes, Nike. Phil Knight delights us with his storytelling skills by reminding everyone what the path to success looks like. The path to becoming a billionaire and making the swoosh a global icon was filled with many enthralling lessons, all of which could be found in his memoir. And Aluxers, if you'd like to see what Phil Knight had to go through to make Nike a global brand, go to Alux.com/freebook and sign up to get the audiobook version for free, thanks to our partnership with Audible. Number 12. Shark Tales: How I Turned $1,000 into a Billion-Dollar Business by Barbara Corcoran and Bruce Littlefield. This autobiography presents the inspiring life story of the Shark Tank superstar Barbara Corcoran. After a tough beginning, going from diner waitress and failing at 22 jobs, she managed to shift her life direction with gumption and a little help from her boyfriend to become a giant in American real estate. Barbara wrote this witty and heartwarming memoir as a guidebook on how to get ahead in life. She hopes that this emotionally charged book will give readers everything they need to motivate, revitalize, and lead any organization they build. Number 13. Pour Your Heart Into It: How Starbucks Built a Company One Cup at a Time by Howard Schultz. In this book, Schultz illustrates what it took to shape Starbucks into the phenomenon it is today, sharing the wisdom he got from his fascinating endeavors to make great coffee part of our daily lives. The evergreen principles that Howard Schultz embodies made Starbucks one of the amazing business stories we will forever remember. If you seek to create an organization that provides excellent service and products, make sure you get Pour Your Heart Into It: How Starbucks Built a Company One Cup at a Time, and seek to absorb all of those values. Number 14. A Moveable Feast by Ernest Hemingway. Hemingway is revered as one of the best writers to ever pick up a pen, and the way he laid down his memoirs makes it enjoyable and scintillating to read. If you want to make your living as a writer, then you have to read this book. This will show you how Ernest's perseverance and determination made him overcome hurdles, such as a lack of money and food, to become one fascinating writer. Number 15. Made in America by Sam Walton. This is a fantastic autobiography, and it's a must-read for any aspiring entrepreneur. Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, is one of those genuine, rare cases of rags to riches. Regardless of how many zeros in his bank account, he's never lost his ambition or modesty. Sam shares his thoughts in a candid, straightforward manner, discussing his core values of frugality and bias for action. He was always willing to try many things and make a lot of mistakes. If you'd like some of Walton's qualities to rub off on you, then definitely get your hands on Made in America. And Aluxers, that's a wrap on the 15 biographical books everyone should read. Pretty great selection, don't you think? Just remember while you're reading, it's important that you try to pay attention to details to squeeze out all the value wherever it is. And now, before we end this video, we're curious. Did any of these books catch your eye? Are you going to be adding any of them to your list? Let us know in the comments. And of course, for sticking with us until the end, here's your bonus. Number 16. Creativity Inc. by Ed Catmull. This is the memoir of Ed Catmull, the co-founder of Pixar Animation Studios. Ed intended for this book to be used more like a manual for anyone who's striving for originality. After building a culture that fosters creativity, he's developed a pretty incredible theory that all people are fundamentally creative if given the right tools and removing the forces that stand in the way of doing their best work. If these days you're having difficulties with creativity and imagination, we definitely recommend you pick up this book. And don't forget, Aluxers, we have links to every single one of these books in the description. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to Alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.